welcome to Michael Zav for this Lotto NRFL Women's Premiership catch-up game between Ellerslie AFC and Western Springs. You can see those lineups there on screen. We're going to go through the visiting team first. In goal is number 21, Angelique Tui Samoa. Number 7, Dara Mulrooney. Number 8, Jessica Ellis. Number 10, Sienna Makwana. Number 14, Amelia McAllister. Number 16, Caitlin Cook. Number 18, Rosa Muru. Number 20, Macy McLennan. Number 17, Hilary Halpin. Number 24, Xanthi Jane. And number 26, Angela Pivac. On the bench for Western Springs, we have number 3, Isabel White. Number 11, Sean Christie. Number 19, Isla Robertson. Number 22, Katie Rude. And number 35, Bianca Alexu. For Ellerslie today in goal, we have number 1, Petra Wedlake. And number 6, Holly Leona. Number 11, Anita Trudgeon. Number 12, Danielle Grimmer. Number 15, Mia Grisevich. Number 16, Jennifer McMurray. Number 25, Arisa Takeda. Number 26, Rena Hirano. Number 28, Jong Yun Kwan. Number 29, Tatiana Mason. And number 30, Jess Smith. On the bench for the Ponies today, we have number 2, Elaine Murray. Number 3, Roxy Pasteroff. Number 4, Morgan Atwood. Number 10, and potentially getting a 100th game today, Kat Gow. And number 31, Sophia DeMaglis. Looks like it'll be Western Springs to be defending the cricket nets end of Michael's Ave this first half. And Ellerslie will be taking the kickoff, taken by Holly Leona. Referee today is James Portuguese, assisted by... Actually, I have the wrong officials written down, so I'll have to come back to you on those names. But it is James Portuguese with the whistle. We're just waiting on a little bit of a fix of the net the referees have spotted. We're off. Holly Leona goes back to Tatiana Mason. Puts that ball forward early. And that is partially cleared by Springs, and we're back with Grisevich with the ball. Anita Trudgeon on the right-hand side here, linking with Grisevich. Grisevich in space for Kwan. Kwan lays it off for Trudgeon. It's an early attack here for the Ponies. Can Trudgeon get it in? Her cross blocked. But is around her player, and her second attempt across goes out for a goal kick. This will be a goal kick for Springs, and their goalkeeper, Angelique Tui Samoa. She finds Halpin in the box. Halpin pressed by Hirano, but gets the ball away, only as far as Grisevich. And then Springs win it back through Caitlin Cook. Trudgeon steps in there and wins the ball back, but it's back pressed by Makwana. Well, that's given away, though, to Mason, edge of the box. But Makwana defends well, and eventually, with the help of a teammate, wins the ball back and strides forward. Makwana finding the ball outright. And a ball down the side looking for the run of Ellis. He's got a lot of pace, Jessica Ellis. Ellerslie will need to be careful as that goes out for a goal kick, and we have Wedlake taking this goal kick. Ellerslie with an attack here. Juan just not able to get to the ball ahead of the cover defence from Springs, but they have one throw in deep in the Springs territory. Grimmer for a delivery. Delivers into the box looking for Leona. Leona with a header. Free header there from Leona, but managed to steer that away from goal. Nice run there from Ellersie's number 6. Playing an attacking midfield today in for Abbey Wright. Springs going short again. Managed to get away from the press of Hirano, but it's only given as far as Takeda. But Springs have won the loose ball back. Turned over by Springs again, though. Leona and Quan. Mason now down the left with a cross. Trying to pull that back for the run of Hirano, but too close to the keeper. Tuisamo chipping over the press of Hirano. As McAllister gives the ball away in the midfield to Mason. Takeda coming inside off her left wing, linking with Leona. Leona able to switch out to McMurray. McMurray with the delivery to the back post where Takeda's got a header on the ball. Head it down into the hands of Tui Samoa. Nice attacking movement there from Ellerslie. Mason winning the ball back in midfield there, but thought she'd given the ball away, but Hirano picked up the loose one. And there's a free kick, I think, there given about 15 metres outside the box for Ellerslie. Holiona standing over this free kick. She has got a free kick in her at this range. So we'll see if this is going to be a shot or a cross. It's a shot here from Leona. Oh, it's on target. Very nicely taken by Tui Samoa and rolled out quickly looking for the run of Mulrooney. But Grisevich picked that off, only for Trudgeon to get the ball away. And Mulrooney now has it back, running down this left side with Leona in pursuit. Leona forces her wide. The cross coming in, but Grisevich cuts it off. And Ellerslie had the ball back. Trudgeon goes down the line, looking for the run of Hirano, but it's too close to number 17, Halpin, who cuts that ball off. So shot there from pretty deep in midfield from Makwana. Doesn't get much on it, and it's spun out to Ellis. Ellis has Grimmer with her. And Ellis is able to get a cross in, and it comes off Grimmer for a corner for Western Springs. Plenty of pace, as I mentioned, in the Springs team. So they'll be trying to hit Ellerslie on the counter. When it comes in, headed up, I think by Mason, and then Wedlake grabs it on the second attempt. Springs not able to get a player close enough to challenge that, as Wedlake punches that ball away out of her hands. Only as far as Cook. Cook gives the ball to Mulroney. Mulroney sizes up across here, goes back post, headed away by Grimmer, just in front of a Springs player. And McMurray clears it up the line for Hirano. Trudgeon's ball forward cut out by Halpin. Mulroney with a miscontrol, but it falls for Pivac. And she shares it with Ellis. Ellis with a bit of space to run into, but she tries to find Pivac. And Smith gets a good toe on that. But Springs with the ball back. Cook, sorry, McAllister actually, wanting that. High. McWana with a block there on Grisvich as she looked to go down the line to Hirano, and Ellerslie had the throw. McWana winning a nice pass, a nice tackle there and putting the ball through for Pivac. Pivac one-on-one with Smith, but Smith stays strong, wins that, and wins the rebound as well. Strong play from Smith. And Smith lays it through for Leona. Leona's free here. Just got company from Halpin. Gets away from her. Goes back to Grisovich. Grisovich's long ball headed away by Springs. Another turnover in the midfield there from Springs. Straight to Mason. Mason goes for a run. Get to go for a strike. Tackled. Sliding attempt there by McWana. And Mason is down. Stretching after that tackle. Now McWana is down as well after that challenge. Might have hurt herself with that contact. Bit of an injury delay here as Sienna McWana is getting treated by the Springs physio. Quite a loud amount of contact on that tackle. Could hear it up here in the commentary booth. Thankfully, McWana's back to her feet. Some magic in that sponge from the physio. She's going to skip to the sideline and we're going to resume this game in the cold. Ellerslie will restart this with a throw. Grimmer with the ball. Works the line. Takeda, her flick inside is given away, but Ellerslie have won the second phase. It's been a lot of turnover early on in this game as we have a cross here from Grimmer. Picks Leona out, edge of the box. Leona around a player. Links with Mason. Mason just can't quite get the ball out from under her feet, and her shot doesn't have any real power, and it's into the hands of Tui Samoa. Nice move there from Ellerslie. Tui Samoa kicking that away. Flat kick. Beats Grisovic in midfield, but Smith wins it. Picks out Kwan. Nice ball down the left for Takeda. Takeda's been a creative force for Ellerslie since she's taken that left wing back position. She picks out Mason, who's in the box. Shot from Mason, across the goal. Saved by Tui Samoa, and Trudgeon's attempt at the back post comes off a Springs player and is given as a corner by the referee. It's given as a goal kick by the AR, but the referee wins that argument, and we're going to have an Ellerslie corner. This corner has been taken. Tatiana Mason putting that back in the box. Headed away by a Springs player, and it's cleared all the way to Grisovic. Pivac laying it off for McAllister. McAllister puts the ball through into space for Mulrooney to chase. And Mulrooney gives away a foul in the back of Takeda. Smart play there from the Japanese defender. It's headed away by a Springs player down the line. And McMurray comes and tidies it up. Finds her captain, Trudgeon. Trudgeon shares the ball with Grisovic. Grisovic tries to find a pocket of space in behind the Springs defence, but her players had checked. Leona tries to dribble down the right flank here, but Halpin has won a couple of tackles in a row here and drives away, finding some space on the switch as McAllister picks out. So it's Cook actually, midfield, sorry, number 16. And it's now ended up with Ellis. Ellis driving around the outside of Grimmer, but Grimmer gets a foot in and wins a throw. Grisovic winning that in midfield, driving forward. Finds Trudgeon with a bunch of space here for Trudgeon. She's in the box. Got a few options inside. Decides to go for the dribble. And cuts back. Going around the outside of Halpin. But Halpin stays on task and blocks that cross. And Springs had the ball back. Good defending there from the Springs import. As Pivac rolls and finds one of her players. I think that's McAllister, number 14. Springs doing well to keep the ball. Cook goes back to the right back there. I can't quite catch her number on the far side. As Mason wins a battle in midfield, wins the ball, plays into a bunch of space for Trudgeon. Trudgeon's got the pace here. Can she beat the cover defense of Halpin? No, Halpin comes across, but doesn't quite put it all the way out, and Trudgeon still has it. And Halpin comes back at her a second time and wins it. Good perseverance there from the Springs number 17. As Leona has the ball in midfield. So shot from distance from an Ellerslie player there, but it's easily into the hands of Tui Samoa. Helping her left foot pass, partially intercepted by Grisvich, but it's been picked up by Ellis. Ellis got some pace again, but decides to pass the ball off. And Ellerslie can counter here. Makwana breaks up that attack. Ellis now on the left, goes for a dribble. And the ball given away for a corner there from McMurray. And Springs will have their first corner from the side. Makwana will be taking this. Delivery from Springs, headed on by Pivac, but not on target. And Hook clicks at the back post. And that's offside. What's that mean, mate? Ellerslie will restart play here with a free kick from Jess Smith. She goes long. And there's a good battle there in the midfield. I think that was Cook that won that. And that ball gets shed wide to Mulrooney, but Mulrooney has the pacey trudgeon for company, who managed to track back and put that out for a throw-in. Covers a lot of grass on this sideline. Anita Trudgeon. Good battle between her and Mulrooney, two captains, I think. Strong tackle midfield from Makwana, and Ellis picks the ball up for her team. Cook pressed by Leona, goes back to the right back. Again, can't get her number. Figure it out at some point. As Grimmer steps in and wins it. Her pass mislaid though, and Springs do the ball back. Like I said earlier, a lot of the ball being given away in this game. As I say that, it's given away again. Springs winning the ball in midfield. Makwana shares it with Cook. Halpin tries to find McAllister, but it's fallen to Pivac. And Springs share the ball around again. Cook for the ball. Nice pick out to Ellis on the right wing there. She goes for a delivery early, and Smith bangs that away. And Ellerslie have defended that adequately after being a little bit cut open there from that pass. And Makwana has a strike from distance, and that's not on frame. And Weedlake had that covered anyway, and we'll be seeing a goal kick. Smith goes along the ground for that goal kick, picked up by Juan and Takeda on that left side. Ellerslie have kept the ball. Rhino checking and getting the pass from Takeda. Option to switch here, out to McMurray, and it's found by Hirano. McMurray has a lot of space, has Trudgeon with her, goes to Trudgeon down the side. Trudgeon's got pace, tries delivery this time, back post to Takeda. Takeda chests it down, goes back, and that's blocked out of play by Springs, and it'll be a corner. Nice cross to the back post there from Trudgeon, wing back to wing back. Harks back to the good old days of Liverpool when they had Robinson and Alexander Arnold linking. I'm only dropping that in because there's a Spurs fan next to me and he's a bit bitter, so, you know. Delivery by Leona, headed away by Mulrooney, I think. Back to Leona. Cuts back onto her left. Delivery again. And this one's cleared away again by Springs. Ellis helped it on. And then Mulrooney picks up the scraps. Springs looking to create something here. As Mulrooney took a knock in that play and just testing her ankle there. Might require some treatment. Hasn't got back up yet. Still on her haunches. And she will be going down for some treatment here. We'll have another stoppage in play. No, she's soldiered on and she's up and we're going to keep playing. Leona switches it out to McMurray. Murray and Grisvich. Grisvich picks a nice pass out to Trudgeon. Trudgeon's got help in for company and Trudgeon goes early. And that cross isn't far enough away from Tui Samoa and it's a ball for the keeper to easily gather. She rolls it into midfield for Cook. Ellis tries to get round Grisevich, but can't quite get the ball back. But Mulrooney has tidied up for her team, and Springs do the ball. Cook and Ellis for the 1-2. Ball is given away by the ladder. And now we have Leona facing forward. She goes left to Quan. Quan with delivery. And it's overhit over Hirano, but Trudgeon's always there at the back post, and she reels it in. She's got McMurray for company. Decides to go to Hirano. Hirano picks out Grisevich. Grisevich shot. Headed away. Still in the box though. Leona can't quite bring it in. And it's cleared away finally out of the danger area by a Springs player. I think that might be Rosa Muru playing over on that side. Long punt there from Tui Samoa. Headed away by Grimmer. And tied up in midfield by Mason. Takeda and Mason combining, but Mason's given that ball away to Cook. But Mason fights back, but illegally so, and it's a free kick for Springs right in front of their coach Ben Bate. Delivery from Springs. Partially headed away by Mason and then cleared away by Smith. Takeda goes forward to Hirano. Nice layoff there from Rano to Mason, and Mason's pass forward overhit. Not be able to pick up by Quan. And that is clever work there by the right back. Might be a back three for Springs as well, actually. Looking at the shape here. That ball is put into space for Hirano. Hirano's into the box there, but can't get away from Muru. Playing her old club, of course, Hirano and Takeda. Actually, a number of Ellerslie players are former Springs at some point. So probably a few people know each other on the field today. Grisevich turning. Hirano holding her defender off, finding Mason in midfield. Mason able to face forward with some time here. Picks out Leona, who's drifted out to the right-hand side here to find some space. Leona finds Trudgeon. Trudgeon with the pace on the outside. Round Mulrooney, delivers. Unicorn on the turn. Finds Mason. Mason with a strike. But it's deflected off a Springs player. Might have been Halpin or potentially even Cook that blocked that shot out for a corner kick. going to be a delivery here, left-footed from Quan. To be an in-swinger, of course, left-footed from the side. It's cleared away there by, I think that was Halpin, and it's a bomb from, I think that was Mason. It's up and over the cricket nets, and we'll need a new ball. Springs playing short here, getting away from Hirano. And Alice is able to turn on that ball, finding her teammate and support. There's a ball through the middle there, looking for the run of McAllister, but Ellerslie won that, although briefly. And Cook has it, goes back to her centre back. It's a ball into the box, looking for the run of Alice or Pivac, but it's a bit misdirected, and neither of them can get on that. Weedlake comes out instead and picks it up. She goes long from her hands. Not contested though by Ellerslie, but Leona picks up the loose ball, fires it left to Takeda. Takeda's got some space here. She links with Hirano. Hirano one-on-one, gets around the player into the box. Hirano coming back on her right foot. Strike from Hirano, dive and save from Tui Samoa. Lovely football. That was a lovely save from Tui Samoa. That's a half chance in there from that corner, and there's an offside called. Couldn't quite see that one, but referee and linesman were in agreement on that one. The camera struggling here to track the ball because of the night, I think. But we are playing on with a offside in the box for those who can't see. Mason winning that ball in midfield. Pivac now with a chance. She gets the ball around Grimmer, going down the right here. Grimmer staying with her though. Pivac showing her strength though and holding Grimmer off. And eventually Takeda comes over and helps Grimmer and Ellerslie win the ball back. Good show of pace and strength there from Pivac. It's a delivery into the box, but it's picked up by Weedlake. Not really in any danger, that one. No Springs players in the vicinity of that cross. That is punted away by Mulrooney. Mulrooney intercepts that actually and has won the ball for her team. As Halpin kicks the ball down the line and it comes off Trudgeon for a Springs throw. Halpin restarting play, looking with Ellis. Ellis finds McWarner in midfield. And now we have Makwana back on the ball in the midfield, trying to get away from the third Ellerslie player, Leona, but she wins it. And Mason breaking forward, tries to pick out Hirano, but it's overhit, and it goes straight through to the keeper. Makwana picking out a ball on the right here to Pivac. Pivac able to turn and links with Makwana. Makwana with a strike into the hands of Wedlake. Not troubled by that one. Nice little play there from Springs though, showing their attacking ability. Makwana flicking that header on and picked up by Hirano. Hirano finds Takeda. Takeda able to get down the left, linking with Kwan. Takeda tackled just on the edge of the box though by the backtracking Cook. Busy in the midfield there, number 16 for Springs. Takeda down the left to Leona. I think that actually is not Leona. Is that Hirano? Played out to Halpin, playing left centre back. Halpin with a few options. Decides to go long, looking for the run of Mulvaruni. But Smith had dropped off and shields that ball the way through to Wedlake. Wedlake punts again. Flicked on by Mason. Hirano brings that down and finds Takeda. Takeda's ball forward intercepted. And Springs had the ball. Hirano with a press there in midfield, but Springs still have it. They've gone all the way back to Tui Samoa. Tui Samoa clips it into midfield looking for McAllister, but it's intercepted by Takeda. Now we have Mason. Mason with a run. Still running Mason. A little bit of contact there from Jane, but not enough for a penalty. Right decision there from the referee to pay on there. I think Mason was looking for that, and the referee knew that, and so we're playing on for a goal kick. Not many protestations from any Ellerslie players or coaching staff, so I think everyone's in agreement. The right call made there from referee James Portuguese. To Samoa starting the game again. Halpin going long. Leona battling with Makwana, and a little bit of a shirt pull there from Ellis number 6 gives way a free kick. Ball's fired into midfield for Cook. She finds Lotto, I think. And that is now McAllister. Makwana with a up ball to the winger. Managed to get away from Takeda and links with McAllister. McAllister going for a run down the side, but it's tackled by Grimmer. And Grimmer a little too overly aggressive, moving McAllister out of the way, and that is a free kick for Springs in a pretty dangerous position here. Be a good spot for delivery. Delivery here, it's a shot, but taken easy by Wedlake. Takes that at a high point and rolls that out to Takeda. Ellerslie keen to get attack underway as we head into the last 7 minutes of this half. That long ball forward from Quan, looking for Hirano, but it's through to Samoa. Springs play out here. Ball given away, and Quan has won the ball for her team. Quan and Takeda trying to combine. Now we have Mason pulled out on the left. It's cleared away by Jane. Alice dropped deep into midfield here, receives the ball and links with McAllister. And Smith picks up that long ball. And Ellerslie had the ball back. Grisovic goes over the top looking for the run of Trudgeon. Trudgeon's got there just ahead of Halpin. She has to go back to Leona though. Leona delivers first time. And it's fallen for Quan. Quan with the control, but unable to keep that ball. And Springs have won it back. Alice trying to break free and is fouled by Leona. And that would be a yellow card for Ellerslie's number 6. Can't really debate that one. Breaking down a promising attack. That would be the textbook definition of that foul. So Portuguese again got that call correct. Smart tactical foul there actually from Leona to break down that play really. Had to be done from a Ellerslie point of view. Let the pacey players get in behind. Actually, to be careful now as Makwana gets round her and Makwana tries to link through with Cook. And Ellerslie tidy that up. And Trudgeon clears it away for a throw-in for Springs. Smith clears that away. It's headed by Jane. It's dropped in a spot for Quan. Quan looks for support. Spreads it wide for Takeda. Takeda in plenty of space here. What's she going to do here? Takeda drives inside, goes for a strike. Gets too much on it though, and that's over the goal, over the cricket nets, and out the back. A golden opportunity there for Ellerslie to open the scoring here. Just couldn't quite find the opportunity they wanted. Squandered it, really. I think there was a 4-on-2, and they will want that chance back. Samoa goes short to Jane. Jane goes long, looking for Alice, but it's headed away by Grimmer. But it's that was Alice picking up in the midfield. Actually, it must have been McAllister that was the target. Alice, you had the ball back. Grisovic switches it along the back line to McMurray. McMurray has Leona for support. Finds her. Leona over a delivery. Cleared away, only as far as Takeda. Takeda finds Mason in the box. Mason with a strike along the cross, across the front of the goal. Not quite on target though. Tui Samoa, I think wrong-footed, and watched it slide past her goal. Happy to go past the far post, of course, and score remaining 0-0. Ellerslie creating a few more chances, but still not really, other than a couple of good saves earlier on from Tui Samoa testing the keeper. A lot of shots off target. Jane drives forward with the ball again. It's intercepted by the first line of defence, but it's fallen safely for Tui Samoa. She finds Halpin. Halpin goes left-footed down the line, looking for Pivac. Smith heads it away, but Springs have picked up the loose ball. Now we have McAllister facing forward, has some support. She clipped it over, looking for the run of Mulroney. Mulroney's around Trudgeon in the box. Mulroney cuts back, finds Ellis. Ellis tries to get round Grisovic, but Grisovic stays strong. But Mulroney has come back and won it for her team. Still in position here, Springs. Halpin. Halpin gets around Hirano, slips and wins a foul. Right in front of the building here. Halpin's delivery intercepted by Mason. Mason goes for a run here, looking for options. Finds Takeda, but Takeda can't get there in front of Muru. So that's not Muru, that is McLennan. Playing right centre back. Ellis picks up the loose ball in midfield. Gets around Leona, looks at options. She's got some support. Goes and finds, I think that's Cook. Cook can't keep the ball ahead of Takeda, and Ellis get the ball back. We have Leona with the ball here. She passes it to the pace of Trudgeon. Trudgeon pressed by Makwana, but still got the ball here, Trudgeon. Goes down the line to Hirano. Hirano looking for options, and she's tackled, but wins the ball back. Shows some strength here, Hirano. And her pass to Trudgeon's miscontrolled out for a throw-in. Halpin getting away with that one, but gives the ball away instantly to McMurray, and then Trudgeon returns a favour and gives the ball back straight to Springs. Not a inspiring couple of seconds, that one, as we are in the last throws of the first half here, unless there's some added time by referee Portuguese, as Cook finds McLennan. McLennan goes to the right wing back Muru. And it's recycled back to the near side through Makwana. Makwana, plenty of support here, but lays that too close to Trudgeon, and Trudgeon can intercept. And Ellerslie have a chance here. Hirano goes to Kwan early. Kwan has space. Pressed hard, though, from, I think, Muru. And Muru does well, wins that ahead of Trudgeon. And then McLennan finishes the job and clears it away. Hasn't gone out, though, actually. And Grisvich has kept it in. Looks for options. Leona touches loose, but she wins it back. Finds Takeda. Takeda cuts in. Goes to Grisvich. Grisvich across to McMurray. McMurray tries to fire a ball into the box, a bit of an awkward height. And Ellis Springs cleared away, and Ellerslie have got that inside the Springs half still. Takeda looks for the runner for Hirano. She's found Hirano. Hirano turns in the box. Shot! And she's put that wide. That was the best chance of the game so far. An excellent pass from Takeda, finding Hirano in the box, who sold the defender on her shot and then cut back on her right and just couldn't get it on frame. Very, very nice opportunity. Samoa fires that into midfield, picked up by Cook. Cook goes back to Samoa. And that pass is given away by Samoa straight to the feet of Kwan. Kwan with a strike. Low and hard, but too close to Samoa, who makes up for her error and saves that shot. She rolls it out to Halpin. Halpin picks out Ellis. Ellis chased all the way by McMurray, and Ellis can't get it in. Dribbles it out. Ellerslie looking to find something in this last dying parts of this half as Hirano comes deep. Links with McMurray. Murray and Leona linking, but Leona's given that ball away. And Grisvich has to go back and win it for her team ahead of Pivac. She has the help of Smith there to win it. And Ellerslie keep the ball. As Smith goes for a run into midfield, picks out Mason. Mason has Takeda for support. Nice ball from Takeda to Mason to Takeda. But Springs again show consistency in their defence, come back and win it, but have only half cleared it. Ellerslie still in the attack here. Delivery from Grimmer. Flicked on by Leona for the run of Trudgeon. Trudgeon keeps the ball in just inside the box. Cuts it back to Leona. Leona has a touch. And down under the tackle of Makwana. I honestly don't think that should be a penalty. I think that was not enough contact, but Leona has done well to convince the referee of the fact. And Ellerslie have a spot kick in the dying seconds of this first half. The camera's not going to get it. The camera did not catch the penalty. The camera not focused on that penalty, unfortunately. Mason will be taking this penalty kick. Mason against Tui Samoa. Mason puts it over. And that is half time. That is a epitome of this half, to be honest. Ellerslie spurning a lot of opportunities. But we will see what happens in the second half. We will see if we can get this camera to behave a bit better in the second half. This AI camera is not getting much of the play at the cricket net's end, unfortunately. But we will see what we can do and see you in the second half. Welcome back to Michael Zapp for the second half here of this Lotto NRFL Women's Premiership game. We have, as far as I can tell, no changes, but I will confirm that for you. There will be at least one change, I think, as I see a player in pants rather than shorts. So we'll see what change that is when the referees do that for us. Ellerslie will be as they were in the first half. Springs have made a change at the back. It's number 20, McLennan, has come off. And we have a new player on midfield, which is, I think, Bianca Alexu. Probably butchering that name, apologies, but first touch there from the new player. She drives away from Juan, finds Alice. Alice has got some space here, links with Cook. Cook plays the ball looking for Alice, but Grimmer is there and watches that ball out. So that's seen, I think, with the new player Alexu going into midfield, it means McWine number 10 has gone into the back line. It's interesting, as McWine was very involved in that midfield in the first half. We'll see how that plays out. It's going to be a throw for Halpin. Alice loses that out to Tequila. Mason settles that by finding space for Grimmer. Grimmer goes to Trudgeon. Trudgeon now linking with Grisevich. Can Ellerslie switch to the far side? And they do. Grisevich finds McMurray and tons of space here. McMurray's, sorry, that's McMurray's ball, yes, found Hirano. Hirano lays off for Mason, and Mason loses the challenge in the middle of the park there. But Trudgeon wins it back for her team. McMurray and Takeda. Actually, one thing I have noticed is Ellerslie have switched their wing backs. So Trudgeon has come to the left. She was right first half, and she switched with Takeda. That throw is taken back to Jane. Jane pressed by Quan, and Quan does win the ball but can't keep her touch and play, and that'll be a throw in for Springs. Takeda clears that into the run for Hirano. Hirano delivers into the box. Makwana defends that, but leaves it in the box still, and Ellerslie still on the attack here. Takeda with a shot. Straight into the arms of Tui Samoa. Coach Ryan Schiffman will be pleased with an early chance on goal, but do need to start converting these chances as Springs play up through a bit of a press in midfield there. Mulrooney going long, but McMurray getting ahead to it and defending that well. So that was Mulrooney chasing the ball actually, sorry. Must have been Ellis playing the ball long. Halpin taking this throw in. She links with Cook, and now we have McAllister trying to turn in midfield. She puts the ball into space for Mulrooney, but Takeda aware of the danger there and plays back to Wedlake. And Wedlake clears to Leona. Kwan here with the ball off, so that's Hirano with the ball off the throw-in, goes round her player, but that's Halpin, stays strong, and just as I say that, Hirano wins the ball back again. And Ellerslie now the ball on the near side as Trudgeon turns around Muru. Keeps driving Trudgeon. Paul plays a ball down the side for Mason, and not only is that too hard, but it's also been caught offside, and we will have an offside just inside the 18-yard box here for Springs. Actually be taken outside the box, will it? No, it's going to be taken outside the box. But a creative license to the location of that offside, but it's the here or there as Tuisama kicks it out to Halpin. And Ellis comes back with her for her team. It helps them keep position until it's given away on the forward pass. Leona flicks to Hirano. Hirano knocks it on to Takeda, and Takeda's inside ball is deflected back to Tuisama. Tuisama with a long flat kick, headed away by Grimmer. Leona controls that ahead of Cook. And then plays a ball down the side looking for Hirano. Hirano drifted on and offside there, but never got back onside. And that is an easy call for the AR. Ball forward there from Springs, missed by everyone, and Schiffman fumbles that and passes that to McMurray to restart play. Moving away there, and it's ball through. P-back chasing that, but Grisevich back presses and wins that for her team. Now Mason with a clever little move to get around her defender. Quan with the check. Mason puts it over the top for Trudgeon. Trudgeon controls that. Still got plenty of space here, Trudgeon, as she has Muru for company. Goes around Muru into the box. And there's a tackle there. And that looked like 1,000 times more penalty than the previous one. And the irony of football is that wasn't given. And we have a goal kick.
It's a corner or penalty. It's a corner or penalty.
A goal kick for Springs. Hard to complain from an Ellerslie perspective, to be fair, after having, I think, given one in the first half. So 1-1 now, but that play out is passed to Hirano. Hirano finds Quan. Quan back to Trudgeon. Trudgeon with a shot. And it's not quite high enough to go over to Samoa. On target, but not quite the elevation she needed. And Halpin comes out and plays down the line. Headed away by McMurray. As Hook tidies up for her team. Her pass is intercepted by her own player. And Ellerslie have won the ball back. Trudgeon plays back to Grimmer. Grisevich. One. Grimmer. Grimmer finds Leona in pocket of space. Leona around a tackle. Back to Grisevich. Grisevich pressed by Ellis. Toes it ahead to McMurray. McMurray with delivery. Past a few players, but cleared away by Alexu. And Grimmer has the ball again. Ellerslie setting up camp down the end. As Trudgeon gets past a couple of tackles, but McAllister strong there. And Trudgeon eventually gives away a free kick. Makwana taking this free kick. Goes back. Controlled there by McAllister. And Alexu gets it ahead of Mason. And now Makwana with the ball. Tries to play down the line for Muru. And Grimmer comes along and cleans it up. Ellerslie trying to play through here. Quan around the back of Makwana. And then delivery from Quan ends up being more of a shot, but into the arms of Tuisamo. Long from Tuisamo again. Smith gets her back on that one, and Grisevich comes back and cleans up as the 6. A nice back press there from the defensive midfielder. As McMurray tries to play a ball down the line for Takeda, and Springs deal with that and put it out for a throw. You have 2 balls on the field, and the referee has to blow a stoppage there. Mason winning the ball back in midfield here and plays out wide to space for Takeda. Takeda's being chased hard by Mulrooney. Mulrooney's quick and gets there and plays down the line. Nice defensive play there from Springs, number 7. It's a ball into the box there, headed towards goal, but not quite on target from Quan. And Springs will have a goal kick. Goal kick here from Tui Samoa. There's plenty to do in this half already. Jane tries to go long here. Does find McAllister. McAllister to Alexu. Alexu back to Makwana. Makwana long. Looking for the space for Muru to run into. But that not quite aimed efficiently, and it's gone out for a throw-in. Plays down the line to Trudgeon. Trudgeon around her defender. And around her defender again. And that ball's put through into space for Leona. Leona had broken the back line but couldn't quite keep it ahead of the counter defender. And Pivac goes down the outside of Grimmer, but Smith reads that well and comes across and defends. That long ball finds Hirano. Hirano's got space here in time. She turns, plays it into space for Takeda. Takeda's well onside here. Leona's in the middle. Takeda delivers. It's over Leona. Leona's brought down. And a penalty! We have another penalty! A mile away from the ball, Makwana has got on the back of Leona and brought her down, and is going to get a yellow card here as well. That is a not very smart decision there from the Springs number 10 defensively. And Ellerslie will have another penalty here. Don't need to give the referee a decision to make there. There was no contact needed, so just got to stay clear of the opposition player there. As we will see Takeda taking the penalty here. Leona earned 2 penalties for Ellerslie so far in this game. Good contribution from Leona as we see Takeda on the spot. She drives that to the keeper's left and puts that in the back of the net for Ellerslie's first goal of the game. A well taken penalty there for Ellerslie's number 25, Arissa Takeda. Her 6th goal of the season from left wing back to go with 6 assists. A big contributor to the production of this team in front of goal. Ellerslie will be thankful to have got that goal, because Springs do have a weapon on the bench that they will unleash in the second half in the form of Katie Rood. So Ellerslie will need to make sure when she comes on that she can't affect the game too much, as Leona intercepts that kickoff and Makwana wins it back for her team. Mason wins a tackle there against Muru. The ball over top there for Trudgeon. Trudgeon against Makwana. Trudgeon gets a ball ahead of Makwana, and Makwana comes back though. Strong defensively there from the midfielder playing in the back line. Now she clears it out for a throw. Grimmer takes his throw, finds Mason, who holds off Alexu. Back to Mason. Mason with delivery. Grimmer with delivery. It bounces ahead of Tui Samoa and picks up easy. Tui Samoa drops that ball at her feet and plays into midfield for the impressive Cook. Halpin goes down the line looking for Mulrooney. Mulrooney has McMurray for company. Mulrooney gets away though, down the outside there. But McMurray is tenacious, and she wins it back and gives it to the goal scorer, Takeda. Takeda pokes it inside for Grisovic. Grisovic to Hirano. Hirano picks out Kwan, who touches loose though, and Jane is able to step in and win that for Springs. As Smith heads away the long pass, only as far as Muru. And Muru is dispossessed by Trudgeon, who comes back and wins it. But Trudgeon gives the throw away. Now we have 2 substitutions happening for Ellerslie. We have number 10, Kat Gow, and number 2, Elaine Murray, coming on for Uni Kwan and Holly Leona. This will be Kat Gow's 100th appearance for Ellerslie's women's first team. So congratulations to Kat Gow on this landmark. Kat Gow in number 10, Elaine Murray playing in number 2. It's a straight swap, I think, in terms of positions. Gowie playing in midfield and Elaine Murray playing up front. McWarnett throws that ball in, and Mason wins that. It's going to be Grimmer taking this throw. Down the line to Trudgeon. Trudgeon back to Grimmer. Grimmer pops it over the top, looking for Murray. Murray holds off McWarnett, and then wins the ball off McWarnett for a throw-in. It's going to be Grimmer taking the throw again. Finds Murray again, but touches a bit loose. And Ellis steps in and wins that. But Gow comes back and wins that for her team. Takes a safe option and goes back to Smith. McMurray plays down the line looking for Takeda, but it's overhit and not quite directed, and Springs will have the goal kick. And we do see a couple of Springs players ready to come onto the field. One of these players does look like Katie Rood. So this will be a bit of a change here for Springs, bringing on the experience and skill of someone like Katie Rood. Ellerslie will have to deal with her efficiently. Otherwise, this game could be a lot harder for the home team. So she replaces McAllister. So it'll be a front two potentially for Springs here. And Muru comes off as well, the second substitute. She's being replaced by Sean Christie, number 11. And that sees a bit of a change here with Mulrooney going to right wing back and Christie playing left wing back, and a two up front, taking bodies out of midfield here. Ben Bate, I think. And that ball down the line to Ellis. Lexu goes back to McWarner. McWarner all the way back to Jane. And Tui Samoa finds Halpin. Cook back to keeper. Springs moving the ball around quite nicely here. Jane finds McWarner. McWarner striding forward. Tries to deliver a ball in, and it's touched by Katie Rood down for Pivac. Pivac has options here. Decides to go to Cook. Alexu and Cook exchange passes. Cook then goes down the left for the new player, Christie. Christie cuts back. Finds Ellis, top of the box. Ellis tries to slide that through first time to Rood, but Smith is aware of the danger and comes across and defends that and clears that down the line for Hirano to pick that up. Nice control there from Ellersie's Japanese striker. Picks up the loose ball again. And Murray touched it to Mason. Mason tries to go down the line to Trudgeon, but is tackled by Alexu, and Mulrooney picks the loose ball up. And that ball loose in midfield is picked up by Gow. Gow has an opportunity here, pressed by Ellis. She picks out McMurray. McMurray not challenged here, keeps going forward. Decides to go back to Takeda. Takeda links with Hirano. And eventually it's given to McMurray on the right here. McMurray can't get around. I believe that's Halpin. And Ellerslie have a throw. Throw in here from McMurray. Looks for the feet of Gow, but she can't get there ahead of the defender. And I can't quite get the number there in the corner. But Gow does that back now and wins a throw right in the corner by the corner flag. And the Takeda will take this one. Delivery from Takeda into the box. Murray can't quite get to it, and Tui Samoa has picked it up. She goes long, and Rude brings that down for her team. Ellis finds Mulrooney. Mulrooney tries to get away from Trudgeon, and her pass into the box finds Rude. Rude with a shot. It's straight into Red Lake's arms. First real shot of quality from Springs, really, and it came from none other than Katie Rude, which we predicted would be a big change for Ellerslie to deal with as Petra Wedlake goes long. Brought down by Hirano. Hirano able to get around Halpin and picks out Kat Gow on the right here. Gow's got time. What's she going to do? Delivers, and that ball comes off, I think, Cook for a Ellerslie corner kick. Takeda with this outswinger. Options in the middle, including Grimmer. If she hits it, it's actually just off the shoulder of an Ellerslie player. I think it might have been Smith. And down for two, Sarmo to pick up and roll away. And Mulrooney sprints clear. Links with Ellis. Ellis can't get the ball ahead of Hirano, but does retain position for her team. But the momentum of the attack broken from Hirano. Alexu picks out Ellis. Ellis has some space and time here. Tries to go on the side to P-back. But Grimmer gets her foot in the way, and then she links with Trudgeon. Trudgeon goes line. Makwana picks off that pass, and then Mulrooney goes all the way back to Samoa. Jane with the ball. Goes back to a keeper again. Halpin goes down the left, looking for the run of Rude, but Smith comes out and cleans it up. And McMurray tries to play down the line, and it's cut out by Springs, and they had the ball back. Trying to exploit this near side now. Makwana. Her pass picked off by Trudgeon. Trudgeon, plenty of opportunity to attack here. Trudgeon, as she goes around the outside of Ellis. Trudgeon into the box. Ellis still chasing her. Trudgeon still here. Finds Hirano. Hirano can't get there ahead of the clearance, and it's fallen to Murray. Murray links with Grisovic. Grisovic pressed by Alexu and gives the ball away. And Springs have gone long. Plenty of opportunity here for Springs as they have numbers forward as they try and pick out Rude, but it's headed away by McMurray. And Mason hits the ball back. Mason and Murray, 1-2. Mason can't get there ahead of Halpin, though, and Halpin defends that out for a throw. Throw in here from Halpin in front of her box. Controlled by Rude. Rude has linked a lot of play already since she's come on, made it a much harder team to defend Springs as Makwana finds the ball in space. Has lots of options here. Makwana decides to try and push down the middle. It's congested though, and Grisovic gets a foot on it and puts it out for a throw-in. It's going to be Mulrooney taking this throw. It's just out of camera shot. Ellis not able to control that ball, and Grimmer clears that away. Picked up by Murray. Murray doesn't have many options forward, but tries to drive into some space. Then creates an opportunity here for Gow. Finds Gow on the left. Gow's got Makwana ahead of her. Goes around Makwana into the box. Has she touched it too far? And Makwana, smart defensively, comes across and shields that ball out. Little showed too much of the ball there, Gow, to the defender. Short goal kick from Tui Samoa to Halpin. Halpin going long. This time not able to find Katie Rood. But Grisevich does give the ball away. And Rood now has it. Rood past Grisevich. Cuts back and finds Alexu. And her pass is intercepted by Mason. And Ellerslie turn the ball over. Hirano. Takeda. Through for Murray. Murray, a foot race here with Jane. Wins that race. Still runs at Jane and delivers far post to Trudgeon. Trudgeon keeps the ball in play just. Ellerslie only have one player in the box though, so Trudgeon tries to find her, picks her out. Hirano! Header! Goal! That's a cross from Trudgeon. A perfectly placed header from Hirano. And that is in the back of the net before Tui Samoa could do anything about it. Ellerslie, one player in the box, brings four, but a perfect cross, and that was much more convincing than the finishing in the first half for Ellerslie. Another goal there for Arena Hirano, her sixth goal in her 12th game. Good numbers from the new signing for Ellerslie. Springs kickoff again. Halpin driving with the ball. Finds a bit of space. Takeda tidying up for her team. Back to Woodlake. Woodlake goes long. But it's controlled by Cook in midfield. And Cook's pass not quite close enough to Christie. And that ball goes out for a throw in. Throw in from McMurray. Tried to be controlled there by Hirano. But Springs have won the ball ahead of the most recent goal scorer. Makwana comes away with the ball. Puts the ball over looking for Rood. Rood's turned McMurray here in the edge of the box. Rood goes into the box, left foot, goes across looking for Pivac. Pivac slides that ball into the back of the net. Lovely composure from Katie Rood there to pick out her striker in the middle. Made sure of that goal. Could have had a striker herself on the angle, but decided to guarantee the goal and put it across the back line for Pivac to touch home. There will be one person in the comment section extremely happy that Angela Pivac has scored as Hirano restarts the game. Long from Mason and out for a throw-in. Makwana will take this throw-in, but ordered to take it further back by referee Portuguese. And Ellis touches that down for Mulrooney, and Mulrooney can't keep that ball in play. And it is a throw-in for Grimmett from Ellerslie. It's a free kick here for Western Springs for a collision there between Trudgeon and Mulrooney. Mulrooney is getting treatment. We'll be making two changes here. It's going to be Roxy Pasteroff as one of the subs. As the players replaced are going to be Rena Hirano and Mia Grisovic. Players coming on are Roxy Pastorov and can't quite tell the second player. Oh, it's going to be a new signing, Sophia Demaglis, who's a striker. So she'll be a straight placement for Hirano and Pastorov. Roxy Pastorov might be moving into midfield. We'll see how that plays out. I think this might be a concussion issue here for Mulroney. Getting a test from the physio. Just out of camera shot. Mulroney is back up on her feet. And we'll come to the sideline for a test with the physio. Was a free kick for Spring, so that's how we'll be restarting play. As a head injury assessment continuing on the sideline as that ball's floated forward to Rude. Rude brings that down. Turns Rude and gets around Mason. Can't get around the second Ellerslie player though, and Ellerslie win the ball back. It's only as far as Alexu, and she wins a free kick off the new player, Demaglis. Apologies if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. I haven't had time to get the correct pronunciation for the new player. Give it an honest attempt though. Delivery coming from Halpin. Into the box and headed away by Mason, brought down by Demaglis. Her pass picked out from Murray. Murray finds space for Gao. Gao pressed hard by Makwana. And Makwana and Gao battling out the two tens as Springs win that battle and come away with the ball. And Mulroney is back on the field after a conclusive test there. And Takeda stepped in and wins the ball there. Finds Murray. Murray goes back to Takeda. It's left loose though. And Springs do clear it away only as far as McMurray. McMurray finds Demaglis and her touch is loose. But Ellerslie deal the ball back again. Mason flipping it. Headed away by Jane. And Cook. And I think that was Halpin. Clear it away. But again, only as far as Grimmer. And Mulroney gets even there with a elbow into the side of Trudgeon. That was coming, I think, after the previous incident. And Springs got on the attack here. And that's stopped by Smith as she clears it away. Demaglis down the right side. Can't keep that ball in play. Springs restart play with a throw. Game's got fractious all of a sudden. Only a 1-goal lead for Ellerslie, and the game's got a little bit more intense as Makwana touches forward. Picks out Pivac. Pivac able to shake away from Grimmer. Finds Alexu in midfield. Halpin feeds the ball to Christie, who gets around the press from McMurray. And now we have Alice running at Pastorov. I think this change has seen Pastorov go into wing back and Takeda going into midfield as Alice keeps running at Pastorov. And that ball is touched out of play for a corner by Smith. This would be a good opportunity for Springs to level the game here. Rude will be undoubtedly a target in the middle from this cross as we're in the last 10 minutes of this game. Katie Rude should be taking this corner, actually, I think. She delivers right into the danger area, and it's panned away by Redlake. There's a bit of a scramble at the back post, and it's been given as a goal kick. Ellerslie getting away with that one. The Springs player convinced it was a corner as she dribbled the ball towards the corner. As Ellerslie will take this goal kick. Redlake deciding to go to the other side. And Mulrooney has had a bit to say here to the referee, James Portuguese, who's going to bring her over and calm her down. We do have temporary dismissal in this league, so referee Portuguese is starting to manage the situation rather than give a yellow for dissent. And Smith picks out Pastroff. Pastroff goes long, looking for the run of Gao, but the ball's gone out and Springs have it back. And then they do the same thing and give the ball back to Ellerslie right in front of the dugout. Pastroff with the throw, eking up towards halfway. She goes down the line and headed away. It's falling back to her though. She goes into midfield for Mason. Mason is able to get the ball away from Pivac. She finds Grimmer. Grimmer finds Murray. Murray flicks it on for Trudgeon. Trudgeon's got plenty of space here. She's got Makwana defending her. She's around Makwana, and Makwana comes back with a good tackle and gives away a corner for Western Springs as we ask for a new match ball. And this will be a corner kick for Ellerslie. Takeda to take this and swing it. Mishits that, and that goes out onto the side netting. Unusual from Ellerslie 25. And we have another change here. It's going to be Dara Mulrooney replaced. Probably precautionary, that change. And she'll be replaced by another striker here. Springs really going for it. This is number 19, Isla Robson, up front. So now it's a front three of Rude, Robson, and Pivac. And Tuisama restarts the game short, and Murray presses that, and it has been called for early box entry, I think. That's what the referee has called. Don't know if it's correct, but that's what they've called. Taken again, and this time around the press as Pivac holds it up for her team under pressure from Grimmett and then Mason. Strong there, Pivac though. Goes back and Makwana clears it forward, and Jess Smith wins that. Well, Priest did win it ahead of Robson, but Robson kept the ball. And now Alexu drives forward from midfield, pressed by Demargalis, and that goes all the way back. And Halpin under pressure there, but gets away. Alexu finds a feed of Rude. Rude lays it off, but only into the path of Takeda. Takeda tries to settle the game here. It's been a bit fractious. Finds Mason. Mason pressed by Alexu and gives the ball up. And then Rude is fouled there by Smith. And this will be a opportunity here for Springs. Pretty much perfectly between halfway and the box here. As Rude looks like she'll be taking this. This free kick to be taken by Katie Rood. Strike here from Rood, but it's up and over the goal. Wedlake looks at her options, goes short to Smith. Smith pressed here, goes down the line to Grimmer. Grimmer facing forward, tries to roll it to Trudgeon, but it's too far wide of Trudgeon. It's out for a throw-in. Makwana taking this, feeds a line and flicked on by Christie. Cleared away by Grimmer, and the end result is another throw-in. Makwana taking this, goes back to Jane. Jane goes all the way back to Tui Samoa. Jane pressed here by Murray, and Makwana now pressed. And the ball's given up in midfield. Takeda with the ball. Takeda trying to get away from Alexu. And then Makwana in the back of Trudgeon and gets away with it. And now it's fed down the line to Robson. Robson's running at Grimmer. Grimmer comes across. Nice tackle from Grimmer, putting it out of play, and Springs have a throw. Throw in back here to Alexu, pressed by Gal. Robson checks off and plays the ball, looking for Rude, but Pastroff's got a foot in there, and then Smith comes and clears it. It's into some space here for DeMargulis. She flicks it on, looking for the run of Murray, but too far ahead, and Makwana has won that foot race easily. Cook in midfield. Finds Halpin. Long ball from Jane, looking for the run of Ellis, but it's controlled by McMurray, and Smith tries to clean up, but Ellerslie have given it up. Robson with the ball. Tries to link with Rude. Rude has a bit of space here, runs at Smith. Goes round Smith. Got a crossing opportunity. Lays it back, edge of the box, shot. And it's not really gone anywhere, and Ellerslie eventually cleared it away. Although it's fallen back for Pivac, and Pivac shot's blocked, edge of the box. And Alexu now trying to get around Trudgeon, and Trudgeon defends that and puts it out for a throw. And that will be a change from each team here. It'll be Makwana replaced for Springs, and that will be their last sub coming on, which will be probably Isabel White. Just waiting for her to turn so I can confirm that shirt number. It is Isabel White. And we have a new right wing back. And Ellerslie also making a change. It's Grimmer off and Morgan Atwood on. That will probably see, I would think, Trudgeon sitting into the back three and Atwood playing on the wing back. But we'll see how that goes. As that ball is thrown back by Alexu to Jane. Jane picks out the new player, White, and she gives the ball away straight away to Trudgeon. Sorry, to Takeda. Ellerslie have a throw. Atwood here with the throw. Atwood here with the throw. And she works the line for Murray. Long throw here from Atwood as Murray brings his ball down. Goes on the outside. She's going to break into the box here. Outside the foot cross. Defended well there by Cook. And then Springs break forward. Robson with the ball. Her pass falls to Rude. Rude plays into space for Christie. Christie's got Smith for company, and Smith comes along and tackles her, wins that ball. Nice tackle there from the centre back Smith as Trudgeon goes long. And it's flicked on by Alexu, and Jane will have to go back and retrieve that. She gives it to her keeper, Tui Samoa. Halpin beats her marker and then plays the ball down the line, looking for someone, but Mason has read that. Playing in 6 now, Mason. Astroff playing a 1-2 with Smith. And we have an injury on the sideline. The linesman has collapsed in a heap. I think this is... This will be interesting to see how this game continues without AR1. He's back on his feet though. Physio giving him a test. Both physios actually. He's back. He's going to continue his job. I'm just going to say I'm quite glad that play wasn't in an attacking moment because that would have been a very bad lip. And the game has restarted with a drop ball. Jane with the ball at centre back now. Pressed by DeMargulis. Gives it to Cook. Cook is able to get away and gives it to White. White plays down the line looking for Robson, but Weedlake is out and marshals that over the sideline with, so the in line with Trudgeon for a goal kick. Smith going to be taking this as we are in injury time here as Murray heads it on. Alexu heads it out. And we have a throw in for Atwood. Atwood has options. Decides to go line, looking for the run of Murray, and it's cleared away by Alexu. There's Atwood with another throw here. Atwood looking at her options. Goes another one to Murray, but Ellerslie slowly eking closer to the goal. Atwood looks at her options again this time. Decides to throw it into the box this time. Flicked on, looking for DeMargulis at the back post. DeMargulis with a strike. Wipes it off Halpin, and Halpin tries to win it off McMurray, and we have a shot from DeMargulis into the arms of Tui Samoa. Tui Samoa under clock pressure, gets it forward early, and Takeda kicks it away. We are in referee's time. Jane, long, looking for Rude. Let's skip past Trudgeon and Rude, but Smith's there. Step over from Smith to get away from Rude, and then gives it away, and it hits a spring spine, goes out for a throw. Calm there from the Ellerslie centre back, as Trudgeon's going to take this throw in. Actually, it's going to be Atwood. Apologies. And we're going to go line again here, I think. Atwood with the long throw, and headed away by Alexu. Back to Atwood. Atwood picks out Gal. Gal goes back to Takeda. Takeda pops it into space, looking for the run of Murray. Murray and Alexu battling here, and Christie comes back to help out her centre back, and Murray wins the ball off Christie. And we have another long throw here. Ellerslie not committing players into the box. Wary of being counted here. As Atwood goes long again. It's headed away by Christie. Robson and Trudgeon battling here. Trudgeon not able to dispossess Robson in midfield. Takeda though, making it hard for Caitlin Cook. And that is the final whistle from referee James Portuguese. And Ellerslie have seen out that last 10 minutes a bit nervously, but a 3-point win regardless. And Ellerslie be stoked to take the points here after a strong second half of that second half from Springs, but 2 goals to Ellerslie, one from Takeda from the penalty spot, and a header from Hirano. giving Ellerslie all 3 points here. Ellerslie's next game for the girls will be away at Fencibles at River Hills on Sunday, while the boys team are away at Stanmore Bay on Saturday against Hibiscus Coast. This is the women's last home game. So thank you for your attendance if you were joined on the live stream or if you came down on a cold night here at Michael's Ave. And yeah, we will see you next time out.